everybody. How are you today? I hope everybody's doing good. I would say it's hot in Georgia, but it's summer, and so it's supposed to be hot. It is humid as all get out, but again, it is Georgia, and it's supposed to be like that. So hi Beth, hi Trudy. So I went to Ohio last weekend and had a ball. Went with my friend Lee. We went to see Crowder. And if you don't know who Crowder is, you should look him up. I know Beth knows who Crowder is. We've gone to see him. You should really look him up. We then went to a soccer game and saw the Columbus Crew, professional soccer. Watched the Columbus Crew play the Philadelphia United. And that was fun. If you ever have an inkling to go and see a professional sport, I'm telling you, soccer is really probably the way to go. It takes 2 hours and it's done. So, you know, when it says there's 5 minutes left, by golly, there's 5 minutes left. They don't stop the clock for anything. So, yeah. I mean, I like sports. I used to watch sports all the time, but hi, Shawnee. Hi, Pam. So, we're going to do the stack and shuffle technique today. So, what I like to do, thank you, Kay, for sharing my video. What I like to do is to be helpful. I hope that I'm helpful. But I know that a lot of you probably participate in paper shares. So you end up, and then some of our paper just comes in 6x6. So if we have 6x6 paper, like what can we do with just 6x6 paper? Okay. So I'm going to do the stack and shuffle technique. And this is what I did with these cards. And you can make 4 cards that all look completely different, but are all kind of the same. And you just kind of make them all at the same time. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. Starting with 6x6 paper. Now this 6x6 paper is actually free. This is the Rings of Love paper. Hi, Christy Guarantee. This is the Rings of Love paper. And I've picked out 4 of the designs, and this is what I'm going to use. Now remember, there's always designs on the back, so we can see if we like those at some point. But this is what I'm planning on, okay? So you pick out 4 that you like. Oh, and I was going to show you this. I cross-stitched on the airplane, and this is what I made this last weekend while I was gone. And this is a pattern by Heart and Hand Needlework, and she does such cute patterns, but this is what I made. I made a little flower with a little bitty bee. So, I think I'm going to put a little ruffle around it before I hang it up. But I'm not completely positive. Anyway, that's what I did. That was easy to stitch on the airplane. The holes are really big, so the X's are really big. Sometimes I pick not so easy patterns. Okay, so anyway, we're going to start with 4 sheets of 6x6 paper. Now, if you have the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, the new one, you can cut all 4 of these sheets of Designer Series paper at the same time. Okay? So, if you don't have the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, you might have to cut them, 2 at a time or whatever. But if you have the Stampin' Up!, the new Stampin' Up! Trimmer, you can do this all at the same time. Okay. So we're going to line this up at 4 inches. And again, this is 6x6 paper, so we're going to line it up at 4 inches. Okay? And we're going to cut. Now, we're going to leave these because we're going to use some of those later, maybe. Maybe. Okay. So then we're going to turn this, and we're going to cut it at 5 1/4. So what we're going to end up with are pieces that are, that are 4 by 5 1/4. That's what we end up with. That's what this is. 4 by 5 1/4. So if you have another way to do that, that's easy. You can do that. Okay. So now, okay, I have to look at my directions because I don't want to get it wrong. I need to cut this at 2 3/4. Okay, with the 4-inch side at the top, you're going to go to 2 3/4, and we're going to cut. Now you're cutting all of them at the same time, every time. Okay, you're going to set those right there, and then we're going to turn this, and we're going to cut it at 3 inches. I will write all of these measurements down, okay, for you. Now there's 1 stack. There's 2 stacks. Now we're going to get this stack right here, and we're going to lay them back down, and we're going to cut them at 2 inches. Okay? So there is our 4 stacks. So, set your paper trimmer away. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks, and they're all laid out the same way. I didn't move any of the papers. Okay, it's not like a magic trick or anything. I'm not going to do magic. I hate magic tricks. They make me mad. Okay, so here I'm going to take 1 and I'm going to slide it underneath. Here I'm going to take 2. I'm going to do them in the same order and slide them underneath. Here I'm going to take 3 and slide them underneath, and there I'm just going to leave that stack there. So this is what I'm going to use for my card, okay? So I'm going to take the top one, 1, 2, 3, 4. This may be the most hideous card you've ever seen. I have no idea. This is going to be 1 card, so we'll set it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That didn't turn out right. I did something wrong. Which pattern do I not have? That's the pattern I don't have. I don't know what I did wrong. We need all 4 different patterns. We'll figure it out. It's not turning out right. What did I do wrong? Oh my gosh, I've done something wrong. Okay, I don't know what it was. I have no idea. Look, I'm going to flip some of these papers over so we have 4 different patterns. I'm going to have to film this again before I put it on YouTube, otherwise everybody's going to be all craziness. I need 4 different patterns for each card, though. That's what I do know. Okay, so let's make a card. Hang on, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to figure it out. And I guess you guys are just stuck with me. Okay, let's see how we can even figure this out. That's that one. That's that one. That's that one. Here we go. We're getting it figured out. I'm telling you, I'm going to get it figured out. Maybe we'll figure out an easier way to do this. I doubt it. Okay. So now I need 1 from this stack, 1 from this stack, 1 from this stack, and 1 from that stack to make our card. You see, I have them in order now. Okay. So we'll start here, and we'll take the first one, and then we'll take the second one, and then we'll take the third one and the fourth one. Does that work? And then we'll take the second one, and the third one, and the fourth one, and the first one, and then the third one, and the fourth one. Okay, I think I don't know if that was easier. But now I have it. Goodness, I don't know what I did at the beginning. Okay, that'll go to show you that nobody's perfect. Certainly not me. Okay. So now I have a couple of the coordinating colors. I have Night of Navy. I have Crushed Curry. I have Evening Evergreen. And then I had white. That's not the right size. I had Petal Pink. I thought I had Petal Pink. There's Petal Pink. Okay. Okay. So now these are 4 of the coordinating colors. So I'm going to take these guys and I am going to, I think, line them up. Did I mess something up? Goodness. I am struggling today. Okay, there we go. So now we need to face them all the same way. There we go. Now they're all faced the same way. And like I said, this could be the most hideous card we've ever seen. I flipped that one over. Did you see that? I don't think I like that tree pattern. Okay. So now we're going to put this one up here. We'll put that one down there. We'll put, ooh, I like that pattern. That one there, and that one there. What's on the back of the birds? Well, that one doesn't match so much. Okay, one more. And this is how we're going to glue them together. Put the birds down there. Put this guy up here. And then I have that one. I think I like that pattern a whole lot better than that little. Those are the tree rings. Okay, one more. And see how completely different they look depending on what background you use? I'm going to put that one down there. Ooh, now I can use the tree rings. It's a big enough piece where you can actually see what they are. And then the little birdies. And there you go. So actually, you don't even have 4 patterns. You have 8 patterns because you can flip all of them over. Okay, so let's glue some of these down and see what they look like. See what they look like now. For this, I like to use the liquid glue because it lets us move them around a little bit. So my layer here is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So it's just going to give us a tiny little bit between pieces. Okay, just a tiny little edge. But I sure do like the liquid glue and being able to wiggle it around a little bit with the moment of grace. It would be really hard to do this with the, really hard to do it with the seal because it is unforgiving. I like that it sticks so well, but it's a little unforgiving. Okay. So there we go. See the tiny little edge that it has between there that you can still see? Okay, so there's one. Let's do the second one. And you can do this with any pattern paper that you have. Pick one out and see what they look like. Some of them I'm sure work better than others. Like, I'm not exactly sure that these was the best choice, but you know, it'll work. I don't think anybody's gonna get this card and say, I don't ever want you to make me a card again. You know, and whatever, if they do, then I won't. How about that? Hi, Christy McFalls. How are you? So, what else does everybody have going on? Anybody got anything going on? Okay, disclaimer. I will put the disclaimer so that Stampin' Up! And the whole rest of the Stampin' Up! Won't find me or turn me off or whatever. Okay, so the other day, with the help of all of my amazing customers and friends and team, my gosh, I can't do anything without my team, but I earned the Stampin' Up! Trip to Norway. The disclaimer reads, as I basically read it directly from the Stampin' Up! Website, that I have to tell you that this is not normal. Only 1% of the people that are demonstrators earn the trip. And so that's the disclaimer. So I don't want everybody to think that just because they're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, they are going to earn the trip to Norway. You have got to work your behind off. And you have to have an amazing team. And I'm telling you, that's what most of it's about. I mean, most of this thing is about relationships anyway, right? That's what Stampin' Up! Is about. It's a little bit about cards and a whole lot about people. I mean, I love paper, ink, and stamps, but I love my people even more. You know what I mean? So again, there's the disclaimer. Not everybody who becomes a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator will earn the trip. However, I have earned it this year. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And Norway was not on my bucket list, but I think we will have fun. And I will see some places that I've never seen before. So there you go. Thank you. I appreciate you, because I sure couldn't have done it without you. All right, so there you go. Here's my 4 cards, and now I'm going to put them on different color card bases, or not that. I'm going to put them on different color card bases. So I have my petal pink. Let's see which one. Get my bone folder out here. See which one I like on the petal pink. Ooh, I think I like that. And then I have white, basic white. And then, ooh, maybe the blue. Night of Navy. Ooh, I think that's pretty. And then I have the soft suede. Maybe like that. And then mint macaron. Like that. How about that? Look at how different they look. I love that we can make such different looking cards. All with the same paper, just using different colors. And I'm going to stamp, the sentiment that I'm going to use is from Lovely and Lasting, which is one of my favorites. And I'll show you why in a second. You know, I love a good punch because punches just make life so easy, and it makes making cards just so easy. So, let me get all these glued together. Evening Evergreen is such a pretty color. I really like it. Okay, and then we're going to take our sentiment. We're going to take this piece that makes the border, and then we're going to take Oh Hello, and it's going to all stamp all at the same time. And I think I'm going to stamp it in Early Evergreen because I just think Evening Evergreen because I think that's such a pretty color. So, and it's bold. So I need 4 of these. I probably could have gotten all 4 of these on the paper had I planned it right before I started. But I didn't. So, there's those. And then the punch just punches this right out. And this punch is easy to use. Some of them, it takes a minute to line everything up. This one seems to line up nicely. And then I'm just going to add my sentiments to my card. And I'm going to be done. So how's that? And you can put them wherever. And then you can embellish your cards if you want to embellish. I'm going to use dimensionals. If you want to add things, you can add bows. You can add dots. You can add rhinestones. You can add butterflies. What else can we add? On the other ones that I had made, I used the linen thread to make bows, which I really like to do. It's one of my faves. Oh, hello! So there you go. That's how you can make 4 cards that are relatively the same, but kind of different, all at the same time. How's that for you? And using 6x6 paper, like I said, because I know a lot of you, like I said, I know a lot of you do the paper share. So, this is something that you can do with that 6x6 paper that, you know, or if the paper comes in 6x6, you don't have to say, I guess I don't have to put it right there in the same place every time, do I? So let's see, what kind of things... Oh, I think... Yeah, is it this one? No, it's not that one. We have some... Here we go. Opal round. Look at these. These are the in colors, the opal rounds, and it has evening evergreen in there, so there you go. I'm going to use some of these. Right on our card like that. And then this one is using soft succulent, so I think I'm going to use the soft succulent on this one. Because I can. How about that? I know that that's not really the right color. Is it okay? I don't know that you can really tell if that's the right color or not. So we're going to use it. How about that? And then I'll go back to use the evening evergreen on this one. There you go. There's my 4 all kind of the same, all kind of different cards. Using free celebration paper. So if you place an order that's $50 or more, you can get this paper for free. So, there you go. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me a little bit today. I will put the measurements in the description of the video, and then I will put them, when I download it on YouTube, I will put them there also, so you can find the measurements and you can make your cards. I would love to see your creations with different papers. Just show me what you made. I'd love to see them. And... that's all. That's all I got. Thanks so much for hanging out with me.